Hello and welcome to Ditch Witch Diaries. We have now entered the final quarter in our series about getting the ick out, and we are talking about now, after we've banished, we've cleansed, we've protected, and now we are bringing in the good stuff. So we're at that yummy part where we're talking about herbs that bring in the good stuff. And since this is the first week talking about this, we're going to each talk about an herb. So I'm going to start out, and my herb is sweet. So we are going to be talking about meadowsweet,
Nice.
which is lovely. It is just a lovely, lovely plant with lovely, everything about it is lovely. So I can't wait to talk. And of course, it would bring in good energy. Of course it
Yeah.
would. Okay. So there's two names for it that I found too. It's either Filipendula ulmaria or Spiria ulmaria. So one's an older version. I think the Spiria is the older version, but this is what the botanical drawing looks like. And then that's what it looks like in real life. So, and I did two of what it looks like in real life because I like it. There you go. There's another one, and that's in seed. So it's like both of those are fun. Beautiful little plant. So the parts used are the aerial parts as well as the roots, like all the parts. It would seem like, because if you're using the roots and the aerial part, maybe not in seed. I don't know. Those when it gets dry and in seed, I don't know. Maybe you don't want to use
Mm.
that. You probably want to use the flowers when they're at their full potency. So we're going to talk about that too. Other names are bittersweet, bride of the meadow, bridewort, courtship and marriage, doloff, dollar, farewell summer, goat's beard, gravel root, which I had no idea that that's what it
Mm.
was. I don't even know if it is. We'll have to look that up. Gravel weed, Joe Pye weed, kidney root, lady of the meadow, little queen, meadowqueen, meadowwort, purple bone set, queen of the meadows, steeplebush, trumpet vine, and trumpet weed. Although it's not really one of those trumpet flowers because we have like
Mm.
this trumpet, we have like these, like, it's like almost datura, but they're on these big bushes, and those are called
Mm.
like trumpet plants or trumpet shrubs or something like that, trumpet trees. And they actually form like these like big, like, go look at what datura looks like, and then that's what they look like, but like hanging upside down. They're actually
Mm.
quite beautiful. I used to have one in my yard a while back.
Mm.
So, correspondences. And if you notice, both the Virgin Mary and the owl, we're going to talk about both of those. So, the element. So, Briggs says air, Franklin says water. We'll see what you think at the end.
Mm.
The planet, again, we have lots of people saying things. Briggs says Jupiter, Barrel says Mercury, Culpeper and Franklin say Venus and Jupiter. So
Mm.
it's just a beautiful, sweet plant. I guess Jupiter is probably like but everyone seems to agree in Gemini. So maybe it is air. It's although like I
Yeah.
get why Franklin says water because it grows like in like these like marshy kind of wetland, but it like foresty, like where the water is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe. But
It looks very like a lot of like air plants have that like floofy
it
look
is
to
floof.
them. Yeah.
Yep. And it smells good. So
Mm.
that like kind of leans to air
No.
as well.
Yeah.
So energetics is that it's cool and dry. So the tarot card that might go with this is either the lovers, and I don't know if you know me, but I'll put a link to my lovers video up here.
Mm.
But the lovers are like untried love. They're like before it's like a picture of Adam and Eve on the right waiter deck. And so, but if you look at it, they are naked. So they haven't eaten the apple. So they don't know like good from evil. Like it's just like this immature love. And for me, like if we're giving it a tarot card because it's associated with sweetness and love and brides, which is why we are. I would definitely prefer the Two of Cups to that.
Mm,
So that's my like go-to kind of good match.
yeah, that's nice.
The chakra is the heart chakra. And we have many sabbats, but it kind of runs Beltane through Lunisod. And it's like um there's like a bunch of different like reasons for that, which we're going to talk about as well. But it's really associated in a variety of ways with each. So
Mm.
the guide goddesses, and I don't, you know what? I should have like looked how to say all these. I'm that we're going to talk about this one. I should probably let me look it up because it's irritating me that I don't know how to pronounce
Blodeuwedd.
that. Hold on.
Is that German?
No, it's like Irish
Ah,
or Welsh or something or something. But I'm gonna figure it out right now. Blodeuwedd.
hmm.
Blodeuwedd. Okay, Blodeuwedd.
Like ending in a th phonetically?
Blodeuwedd.
Hmm.
Blodeuwedd. Blodeuwedd.
Okay.
So that's it. Blodeuwedd. So, and then the Virgin Mary, and then goddesses of summer. So, as we saw from Beltane to Lunisod, it's pretty much pretty summary. So,
Yeah.
Gwenna and Venus as well. The moon phase, and I found this all over the place, is the full
Interesting.
moon.
Hmm. Nice.
The crystal and stone associated is celestite.
I love Celestite.
Yes. Do you have any celestite to show us?
Yeah, I could find one. You want me to go
Okay,
find it?
go find
Okay,
one.
hold up.
I'll stop the share so we can see it. We're
Okay.
gonna see some celestite.
Some Celestite.
I'm excited.
Um, and actually God, look at my
Oh, wait, is it the thing you gave me?
no,
Oh,
that's
not celestite.
Larimar.
Yes.
Larimar. Um, Celestite is actually
Celestite. Celestite.
Celestite, Celestite. I have two. Let me find my better one though. Oh, I don't know if I showed you. I mean, you could keep this in. I don't know if you want to cut it, but I got new like so obviously this is still my these are like my tumbles, right? Like it's just full. But I also got this.
Wow, I love that.
So this is one, well, I'll take it into like
1111,
better
by the way.
lighting. Ooh, nice.
Nice catch.
Good catch. So, this is actually kind of the color that I put my slides on my slide.
So I'm making you big here so we can see you.
Okay, yeah.
We'll see if it
Um,
works on the thing. So what does it look like?
it's kind of hard to
Oh,
see, but hold on. It's a very, very pale blue.
oh, that's beautiful. I see it.
Yeah,
Yep, that's amazing.
yeah.
Celestite. That's actually
Celestite.
probably pretty perfect for this.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely. And there it is, celestite.
Nice.
Okay. So the symbolic meaning is something about use, usefulness, uselessness. I guess it depends on what you pair it with. Like
Mm.
in those flat, like when you like that would be rad to like know about like what everything meant and when you give flowers to like thoughtfully give them
Mm.
for meaning.
Yeah, I am still kind of in my like Victorian flower language
Yes,
phase.
exactly.
It's so cool.
So the plant information, it's an English perennial. So that's why most of the stuff is going to be like found in England or Northern Europe or even like when you push into Asia, it's going to be like Russia even. Like it's not like Asia, even though it says Asia. And then I tried to find lore about it and there was like Russia was the best it could do. So it's an English perennial wildflower and it's in the rose family. And so, and you'll see that the reason how you like one of the things about it that makes it like obvious that it's in the rose family is like how the leaves are. They're kind of like serrated, like rose leaves.
Mm.
So it's what we saw the picture of the white petals, and the smell is like marzipan and honey. So it's got like a little
Mm.
bit of a like it's sweet almondy. And apparently the flowers also taste like marzipan.
Ooh. That's a carryover into mine. I talk about honey too.
Oh, I love that. We always have carryover.
We always do.
So, because it tastes like that, it's used to flavor all sorts of things like jams and mead, wines, fruits, beers, even vinegars, all
Mm.
sorts of things. I'm sure it would add yummy stuff to a infusion as well. It would add great flavor to an infusion. In fact,
Yeah.
I might want to do such a thing.
Hmm.
So it blooms in the summer. That's probably why everything's associated with the summer. And so
Mm.
there is a million different people that say a million different things about the dyes that can be made from it. I have not tried this out. So quite a few people talk about a black vegetable dye from the roots. Okay.
Hmm.
But Franklin says it's that there's a yellow dye that can be made, and if you it works if you use a mordant of alum.
Hmm.
Okay. Then still others say that a blue dye can be made from its leaves. So perhaps there's all sorts of magical dyes that you can make as
What's a
well.
what's a mordant? Is that like an amount?
That's a fixative, I believe. I
Oh,
believe a
okay.
mordant is a fixative. Most dyes need a mordant.
Yeah, okay.
So the name ulmaria is because the leaves look like elm leaves when you look at them.
Mm.
And it's called meadowsweet, but it's because of the aroma, because the rest of the plant isn't super sweet. But they said like when they were doing plant naming, like way back when, things were called sweet because they smelled sweet.
Mm.
So on to the lore, stories, and cultural importance. So we're going to start in Great Britain, and we had to break Great Britain into like a bunch of different categories because there's stuff from all over Great Britain. So generally speaking, it was a favorite flower of Queen Elizabeth I, and she used it as a strewing flower. So she would, which is like they would strew it on their floor, and then when they were like to catch all the yuck and to make the house smell good, and then they would sweep it up and throw it all away, maybe burn it all. So, and it notably, it's one of the most sacred herbs to druids. So it's like maiden in the maiden, mother, and crone kind of panoply there. It represents the
Mm.
maiden. And the other two herbs, just for your own enrichment, were water mint. And I don't know about what water mint might be, some sort of mint,
Mm.
obviously, and vervain, which we also had a video about that I will link to. So also Chaucer talked about meadowsweet, and he went in the Knight's Tale, and he like it was part of this drink called save, and this is from the 14th century. So there you go.
Mm.
So now we're moving into Cambridgeshire. Cambridgeshire. The scent they said they were afraid sometimes to even bring the meadowsweet into their house because they said that the scent of meadowsweet can lull you into an eternal rest. So in Wales, we have a couple different things in Wales. So we have this is what it shows. This is the place. It's called Fanfoal, and it's a Bronze Age site where they found meadowsweet alongside cremated remains. So that's what that one is. And then also there's a story, and this is the story um, of Blodeuwedd.
Mm.
Blodeuwedd. So Gwydion, who is a powerful magician, teamed up with Mathenwy, a king, and they created Blodeuwedd for Lou out of oak blossom, broom, and meadowsweet. So she was like created solely to be an object for a man.
Mm.
Okay, or a a god, but nonetheless a man.
Yeah.
She was called Flower Faced, but then she obviously had a mind of her own because she
Mm.
betrayed her husband and she was transformed into an owl. So then she became, after that, she was always like the goddess of wild places and she would guard the deep woods and the deeper night. I love that. So
I
the
love that.
owl, that's why the owl was on our pictures because it represents Blodeuwedd, and I love her. I love that she betrayed
I know. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on. I
betrayed a
want to look
god.
into
I know she's now one of my favorite goddesses. I like her now a
that.
lot.
I love her.
I love her too. Anyway, so her Meadowsweet was something that she was created with. So, and notably, the owl is my spirit animal for my sacral chakra.
Oh, nice.
I know, I love it. So there we go.
EW.
Oh, did you want to
EW.
see that?
No, I'm good. I just
Okay,
wanted to write it down to look up for later.
perfect. So now we're moving to Scotland. And even though this is a story about an Irish character, so to speak, it's from Scotland. Okay, so
Mm,
the Irish warrior Cuchulainn, there it's
mm,
his anger was melted in a bath that was strewn with meadowsweet. So
mm.
Scotland has some stories about Cuchulainn as well. So this is one of
Yeah.
them. Then in Norfolk, there's like this like anyway, there's this thing called Norfolk Punch Cordial, and it's this medieval recipe, and it's from the monks, and it has like 30 different herbs in it, but like some that I could like figure out, like I could find the list of were alder leaves, ale hoof, angelica, bay leaves, caraway, chamomile, cinnamon, clove, daisy, dandelion, dock,
Mm,
elderberry, elderflower, fennel, feverfew, ginger, grapeskin, hops, lemon balm, lime flowers, lime leaves, licorice, meadowsweet, nutmeg, peppermint, poppy, rosemary, samphire, thyme, and vervain. And interestingly enough, there is, if you go online and search up original Norfolk punch, you will see the image that I have right there beside me. And that you can actually buy this punch cordial made supposedly exactly how the medieval monks made it.
mm.
So with all
Interesting.
those herbs in it. So very exciting. Like if I drank, then that
Yeah,
might be something that I would do.
that sounds good.
I would definitely, if I drank, I would definitely be buying it right now, like a
Yeah.
thousand percent. So if you're of the drinking person, I think
Mm.
I would need to taste this Norfolk punch,
Mm.
right? So,
I looked up ale hoof. It's a member of the, it's a ground ivy, but it's a member of the, hold on. It's a member of the mint family.
oh,
Hmm.
nice.
That sounds nice.
Exactly. Alternating leaves.
Hmm.
Exactly. So then, general importance of meadowsweet. The botanist John Gerard, from the 16th century, he said that the smell thereof makes the heart merry and joyful and delighteth the senses. So lovely. And this so then some people, the reason why it's called courtship and marriage is because the flowers are supposed to be the bliss of courtship, but the bitter smell of the leaves is the reality of marriage. Just had to add that because it was so funny.
That's funny.
And then in so this is one of the first plants to have salicylic acid extracted. So
Hmm.
in 1838, they extracted these, and this later led to the development of aspirin. So salicylic acid is aspirin, And actually, this is really important because meadowsweet, we're going to hear about it in the medicinal things, is one of like a lot, I shouldn't say a lot. There are other plants that have salicylic acid, but meadowsweet is one of the few ones that doesn't hurt your stomach. So, because it can be very like painful to your stomach if
Yeah,
you,
it's like rough.
yeah. So, so
Yeah, a lot of times it's taken from like specific tree bark, I think, but that is the thing. Like they say herbally, if you take it, like you have to take it with other herbs to kind of soothe your
like
gastrointestinal
white
tract.
willow, maybe white
Yeah.
willow bark is one
Yeah.
that has that in it, I think, as well.
Mm,
But this,
it
you
is.
don't have to with this. So
Okay.
it naturally help, like it is good. It like feels, it's actually used for stomach ailments.
Mm.
So then there's this other kind of little story that wherever meadowsweet grows, snakes will not go. And the idea is that snakes are evil, which I don't believe so, but
Yeah.
whatever. So the idea is that there won't be evil there, is that it's beautiful and pleasant and brings in the good.
What chakra did you say the owl is associated with for you?
The sacral.
My sacral is snake.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
Um,
Lovely. Perfect.
mm,
So then there's a story in Finland, and this is a really interesting one too. There's a spell that is they do a spell with Meadowsweet to reveal thieves' identity, and we're going to talk about that spell later when we talk about the magical properties.
mm,
So in Russia, there is a great little story in Russia about Meadowsweet. So it's such a good one. So Kudryas, he was like this fearless warrior, and all of a sudden, for an unexplicable reason, he got like had this horrible anxiety and this fear of death just came over him, and he didn't know what was wrong, and he was really upset about it. And then when he was still suffering, these thieves came into his village and started like invading the village. And instead of like fighting them and being like one of the warriors might, he ran off like in fear, and he was also afraid of the thieves, the band of thieves. And so
mm,
he ran to this place where there was this river that ran through it. And he was so upset and he was ashamed, and he sat down by the river, and this maiden came out of the river and presented him with a garland of meadowsweet, and that revived him and brought him happiness and cured his anxiety and took away his fear completely. And so he went back to his little village, and he slew the thieves and he ran them out of the city. So
mm,
he did the
nice.
thieves. So very fun story.
Mm,
Now on to the magical properties, because there's quite a few. So divination is one, and I didn't really find anything interesting about divination, but oh, maybe for the thieves. But
mm,
we'll talk more about that. Employment, and again, that's another one I didn't find much about. But if you're bringing in good and happiness and curing anxiety and all that stuff, then
mm,
probably so.
yeah.
But I found a lot about this hand fasting.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to include it in your bridal bouquet to have a happy marriage. And as a strewing herb, you can strew it on the floor of churches for a wedding, or put it in a bridal wreath,
Mm,
um, for the and to bring love and happiness to a marriage. So obviously happiness, it brings in happiness. So they a woman can make an oil of the flowers, which I would love to make an oil. It must smell
mm,
so good. And you
hmm
can anoint yourself every night to bring joy to yourself
mm.
if you're a woman. So, so you can boil the flowers in wine and drink it to create happiness. But perhaps if you're drinking wine, you are happy already. Who
The
knows?
flowers are just the cherry on top.
Exactly. And it's said to bring joy from darkness.
Mm.
So there's more. Harmony. It creates harmony, like because the bridal harmony, happiness, right? Love. It's a flower of love. And it really seems to be. It's not one of those half-assed everything is used for
Mm.
love. This
Yeah.
one really seems to
Cunningham.
what? I know. Exactly. It's not one
Oh,
of those. It's like
yeah.
it seems to be really it's such a beautiful, happy,
Mm.
harmonious, bride associated, maideny love things.
Mm.
So you again, so this is where Beltane you can use it at Beltane if you wish to find a mate.
Mm.
Okay. And it's also for fertility and plenty. It brings in that. And it brings in peace and respect. And then this is the one about revealing a thief. Okay, so here's one of them. So on the 21st of June, some people said St. John's Day, but you know what?
Mm.
I'm over that. I'm never going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm never going to play that game.
Yeah. Isn't that Midsummer anyways? June
Yeah,
21st?
that's Midsummer.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's why Midsummer, gather the flowers in the morning before noon and make an infusion and drink that infusion. And you'll know the ID of a thief. That's one way.
Mm.
Okay. Then another possible way to reveal the thief is to strew the flowers on water. And if they sink down, the thief is a man, and if they float, it's a woman.
Mm.
Okay, so maybe that's another water association there. There's been a
Yeah.
couple water associations. The maiden
Yeah.
comes out of the water,
Mm.
strewing the things on the water. There's been quite a few like little watery associations there.
Yeah.
So it's obviously in mid associated with midsummer in many ways. So you can use an infused wine as the ritual cup on midsummer if you do
Mm.
a ritual cup. So Lunisod, it was woven into garlands to unite people with the Great Mother, which I
Mm.
like. So here we go. So the medical disclaimer. Of course, we are not doctors. We're talking about herbs, which are, they can be as harmful or not harmful as they are. So we're just repeating what we've
We're
heard.
just
I give you
passing
all
on
the
the information.
sources. What?
Just passing on information.
Yeah, exactly. We give you all the sources at the end so you can look at them
Mm.
up. Look at them up yourself. And this is not about diagnosing anything or treating anything. If you are sick or in pain or something, you need to go see a doctor.
Mm.
That's it. Medicinal properties. Of course, it's anti-rheumatic. Is there an herb in the whole universe that is not? I don't know. If there is, let me know. Anti-inflammatory, that too. We've got all that.
Mm.
But with the salicylic acid, that like makes a little bit more sense. So
Mm.
it's aromatic, it's antibacterial, it's a stomachic, it's antiemetic, it's an astringent, an aromatic, and a diuretic, and also a carminative. So all those things. It's yeah, those things. So of course, Yule
York, yeah, of
yeah,
course.
York. Of course, we know that this is always there. But it's also used to treat fever. And the reason why is because if you eat a lot of it or in excess, if you take it in excess, it'll cause sweating. So that used to be the way
Mm.
that people would relieve the fever is to cause you to
Mm.
sweat it out. You've
Sweat
heard,
out the
maybe you
fever.
have what?
Sweat out the fever.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know why it's not up there, but that's a diaphoretic, I think, if you sweat
Mm.
it, things that
I think
cause
so,
it
yeah.
to sweat out. So it's used for flu and respiratory conditions. So if you have a cough, it's also part of the Four Thieves original vinegar recipe. So there we go. It's used for menstrual cramps. And of course it might be because it has aspirin, like salicylic acid in it.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's going to relieve pain. There you go. Pain reliever. And we talked about this, that it's one that doesn't hurt your stomach either, like other
Mm.
forms of natural pain reliever might. So you can chew on the roots if you have a headache. But it also settles the stomach. It's good for heartburn. You can take an infusion. I love a take as a tea.
I know, I do that too sometimes.
I know. But it's also a good, you saw those in some of these things. It's an astringent and a diuretic. So it's a good astringent for diarrhea. If you have diarrhea, you can take that. And it's supposed to balance your stomach acid. So some people have too little stomach acid and some people have too much stomach acid, and both cause a feeling of indigestion or heartburn. So this balances the stomach acid to its rightful place. And it neutralizes digestion. It's going to tone the stomach mucous membranes as well. So, interestingly enough, I didn't hear very much about this, but I did note in a couple places they said it was an antidote for infection and poisons. So, we talked about that actually being for protection, one of the markers. Use it for depression because it causes so much happiness and joy. And it's good for the liver. So it's supposed to increase bile flow, which many of these digestive herbs or like herbs that make you feel better do. It's going to relieve liver congestion. And I don't know exactly what liver congestion is, but if you have liver congestion, you may want to call a doctor. Also, urinary tract, and that's probably because it is astringent and what's it called? What was that word? Now I'm gonna have to. It's a diuretic. That's the one I was looking for, because it makes you pee more. So it's used to treat cystitis. Many things that are diuretics are used for the urinary tract because it makes you get rid of water.
Helps flush it, yeah.
Exactly. So you can use this externally too. You can use a decoction to bathe the wounds of the eye. You can use a compress for pain reduction. Even cooling a sunburn. It can be used to cool a sunburn. So that's that. And these are the books I used. Quite a few of these. That's that. So take a picture. And then these were the online sources that I used to that were interesting or had something to say. And so that's that. So let me stop my share. There we go. So I hope you love Meadowsweet as much as I do. I don't even know if I have Meadowsweet. I didn't look it up, but I would love to find the flowers. Maybe I'll grow some Meadowsweet.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any either. I definitely don't have the flowers. I might have some of the root. I don't know though.
I don't know if it'll grow around here in California. It might grow better where you are because cooler, like I mean, it grows in England. So usually things that grow in England aren't going to grow in the hot desert of California. Right now, let me just explain to you. Right now in California, it's like 70, it's been like 85 degrees in California. Okay, like the last couple of days. Where I live, it's been like 85 degrees in December.
God.
Crazy. Okay. Today I think it's 75 is the high, but still, you can't grow herbs that are meant to like be in England in this kind of environment or in Oregon. I tried to grow St. John's wort, and you know what? It just wouldn't flower.
I tried to grow Datura. She was not having it.
There you go, the same thing. It's like opposite. You can't do it. Like it doesn't like it. It just doesn't like life. So when I tried to put it in this shadowy place, it did not work out. So anyway, so that is that. And I love the Meadowsweet. Excited, brings in the good. So we're in that series. Yay. So yay! So we will see you at the next Ditch Witch Diaries.